Max, Super Bowl X has come and gone, and to the surprise of no one, CP Smooth and the Raiders are back to defend their crown against UGG and the 49ers. It's the battle of what used to be the Bay, and we've got all the highlights here, so let's get into it. Raiders start with the ball. It's 3rd and 9, and Darren Waller makes his first catch of the game. It goes for 17 yards, and the Raiders are off the starting block. Mayfield leaned on him pretty heavy in this one, and that's what we in the biz call foreshadowing, because a few plays later, here he is again. Mayfield runs the play action with the wrong hand, but the play works anyway. Good for 22 yards, and the Raiders take the lead. Waller makes that catch right at the front of the end zone, but all it has to do is cross the front plane of the line, so it's good, and the score is 7-0 with just under 4 minutes left to go in the first. Niners' first chance now. They're looking to respond, but Yannick Ngakoue has other plans. Comes in screaming around the edge and takes down Niner quarterback Trey Lance. Niners would not be able to recover. They go 3 and out, and the Raiders have it again. Mayfield out of the shotgun. Derek Carr was pretty effective using it last year in the Super Bowl. And Baker, well, how about that throw? Perfect timing on the comeback route on 3rd down. Needed 6 and got 19. That's Calvin Ridley on the reception, and the Raiders are cooking once again. Same series, another 3rd down. This time it's Travis Barber, and he makes the catch at just about the goal line, but not quite. Still good for a fresh set of downs, though, and then the very next play, they would punch it in. Mayfield with the sneak, and so Raiders had the ball twice and have scored twice. UGG has to figure something out here, or he'll be walking away from this one in second place without a trophy. Raiders lead 14-0 a minute into the second. San Francisco with it again. They got to do something, and they know it. Well, here's something. Lance, with great poise in the face of pressure, zips it to DeAndre Swift. He makes a fantastic run after the catch, making a couple of Raiders miss, and he ends up well into Las Vegas territory at the 33-yard line for a 40-yard gain. Just a beautiful catch and run by the Niners halfback there, but they're going to need a little bit more. 3rd and goal now from the 3-yard line, just over 2 minutes left in the half, and the Niners still haven't scored. Looking to change that here, but no. Trey Lance gets stacked up at the 3-yard line on the option, and now they have a decision to make. Do we take the 3 and give Vegas the ball with 2 minutes left, or do we go for it and make this thing a one-possession game? Well, they're going for it, and they are not going to get it. Divine Diablo with a pick in the end zone, so not only do the Niners remain scoreless, the ball also comes out to the 20-yard line, and the Raiders have a tailor-made 2-minute drill opportunity to add to their lead. Tough break for the 49ers. Fortunately for them, this was the only really good play of the ensuing drive, and it wasn't good enough to end up in the end zone. Vincent Smith makes the grab coming across the field, and he can run, but unfortunately not quite fast enough to get all the way through. The drive did end up stalling out there, and the Raiders kick the field goal to tack onto their lead before half. They're up 17-0. Coming back from the break, the Niners have it, and on the 3rd play of the drive, after back-to-back first downs, it's another catch and run for Swift, but this time it would be good enough to get them into the end zone, and the Niners cut into that deficit quickly and efficiently. They're still down 2 scores, but now it's only 10. They trail 17-7, 53 yards on that play for the Niners. That was their longest play of the game. Raiders, though, back at it already across midfield, and they're going to get even more across it here. Huge play to Ridley as Baker Mayfield throws off his back foot, and I believe it was about this point that the chat started talking about how lucky CP is, and for just this one instance, I could not find a way to disagree with them. I mean, that play seems like a pick waiting to happen, but instead it goes for 37 yards. Raiders keep control of the ball. They're at the Niners 6, and the next play from the 4, this is not good. Baker Mayfield looking for an open receiver, does not find one, and he fires it to nobody. Unfortunately, he's still between the tackles, so that is a penalty, and it's a costly one. They lose 14 yards and would settle for another field goal. They lead now 27. Last 2 minutes in the 3rd, Niners down 2 scores. They have to get something going here, and this is a good start. DeAndre Swift takes that one for 8 yards, but the Niners see something they want to exploit, so they hurry up back to the line, and when you absolutely need a play to be made, you go to your playmakers, namely George Kittle, who finds the soft spot in the Raiders' coverage. Lance finds him, and they connect for a 24-yard gain, getting across midfield. Last couple plays went pretty well. This time Trey wants even more. They run the play action. He's got his eyes on the end zone, but after a tip on a contested ball, it comes down into the hands of Jonathan Abram, who makes the catch, and this game just got a whole lot worse for the 49ers. He goes down, another Raiders touchback, and they're starting to feel it on that silver and black sideline. Raiders go 3 and out, though, so the Niners get it back just a minute into the 4th, and Trey Lance wants Brandon Ayuk. Looked like he had him there, but Ayuk was unable to get both feet down. He had plenty of room, but he didn't get the toe tap animation, so that one's incomplete on a tough break. And now they're going for it on 4th down. They go back to him, but this time he's nowhere near the sideline. He makes the catch and turns upfield for a gain of 18. So they still do have a pulse with just under 6 minutes left in regulation. Next play, Deebo Samuel in motion. Lance fakes the shovel to him, which frees up Swift running the seam, and they connect for 38 yards. He's taken down before he reaches the goal line, but the 49ers are just 2 yards away from making this a one-score ball game. But on 1st down, they lost 2, make this 2nd and 4. Lance drops back and fires to the middle of the end zone where he's got Ayuk. It almost got there, as you saw, but Abram got a hand and knocked it away. And that play would be huge because on 3rd down, they try this. Lance on the option keeps it. He's got a hole until Nathan Gary, the linebacker out of Nebraska, comes up large and makes the stop for the silver and black, so the Niners have to go for it here. It's a 2-touchdown game with 4 minutes and some change left, and they keep it in the quarterback's hands again, but they were just a bit too far for the sneak to be effective, and they turn it over on downs. Things are starting to look grim for the Bay Area representatives, but at least the Raiders are pinned back at their own 1. Just force a punt and you're still looking good, right? Well, if only it was that easy. Everyone wearing a red shirt expected a run. CP knew they would, and he dials up the perfect dagger to seal his 2nd straight and 5th overall Super Bowl victory here in Max. A 99-yard touchdown for Darren Waller, and that would prove to be too much for the Niners to come back from. To Ugg's credit, he didn't quit at that point, and really there's no reason he should have, but the Raiders' defense held strong with Divine Diablo picking off Trey Lance here on this attempt and bringing it back for 6. And the final score would be Raiders 34, Niners 14. They scored one more touchdown through the air, and that's where most of their attack came from here. Lance finished 17 for 28 with 309 yards and 2 tutties, but he also had 3 picks. 2 of them were in the Raiders' end zone, so they both made for massive swings on the scoreboard, and they were never able to come back. A lot of that is due to Divine Diablo. He had 2 picks, one of them being that pick 6 you just saw, along with 2 tackles. Jonathan Abram also had a nice showing with the 1 pick and the key pass defended on 2nd and goal late in the game. It wasn't all about defense for the champs, though. Baker Mayfield, the guy who came in and replaced last year's Super Bowl winning quarterback, finished 18 of 29 with a yard for every day of the year. 365, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and 158 of those yards came by way of Darren Waller, who also had 2 touchdowns in the air as well. Just another dominating performance by the champ, and at this point, it's what you have to expect when you see that CP Smooth is in the playoffs. He's always a tough out, and he's been eliminated as many times as he's won at all. That is incredibly impressive. Good stuff from the detective, no doubt. And that about does it for us here, but before I go, I wanted to let you all know with a bit of sorrow, but also a bit of hope for the future, that I'll officially be taking a step away from making these videos for the time being. My schedule has become too jam-packed to consistently put them out, as you've all no doubt noticed over the past couple seasons, and I feel that you shouldn't be led to expect something that I can't produce just to be disappointed when your turn comes up and your video doesn't come out. I'll still be available for live commentary on a by-request basis, and we're trying to get a weekly feature going on, but for the future it's going to be by request. And the highlights will be reserved for Super Bowls and otherwise unmissable games that I'm alerted to. I want to thank Max leaders and players for giving me an audience with whom I can share my love of the game and appreciation for the incredible level of talent we have here in the league, and for being so kind to me as I settled into a style that allows me to express that love and passion that I have for both this league and the people that make it up. So, until next time, that does it for me here from Super Bowl 10. Your final score, once again, is Raiders 34, Niners 14. I'm Ace510, and I'll see you next time right here on the Max Broadcast Network.